But there are the ones that do have a calling for it and a gift for it, and that's good. That's good because for some reason, out of everything they could have taught us, our ancestors wanted us to know bird, and they wanted bird to live forever. Andreas. I'm from the Panictum clan, from the old Rincon village, which is now known as Andreas Canyon. I'm also a Kuya from the Agua tribe.
And then, what has your family's experience been with bird? Can you tell us some of that background?
Well, my dad was Anthony Joseph Andreas, known as Biff. He's a song leader for our tribe, our clan. He taught me at a real young age. In fact, I don't really remember learning. I just always knowing. Bird was everything. My whole life has been bird. Traveling, going to singing a lot of places, or dancing a lot of places at our school.
I'm sorry.
Well, actually, I did sing alongside my dad when I was about 16. I remember at Captain Hills College, he asked me to sing along with the men. At that point, before, I was just dancing, but I was playing the board along with the boys, you know. And then Joe Potencio came and talked to him. My dad told me that Joe came to his house up there at the ranch, Andreas, and talked to him in English. He said that was the first time he heard him talk in English. He didn't know he knew English. That he always heard him talk Korea, you know. But and then he asked my dad to take the song, so I was.
How was it different from today than when your dad sang when you were coming up?
Oh, from today?
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming up, as long as there was dancers, there was singers.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't end. You know, like now they get so much time on, you know, and then this is the last song. I hate to hear that. This is the last song of the night, you know. Because when I was young, as long as there was people there to dance, one person was there dancing, they still kept singing. And I remember all night bird dances, which I don't know of anymore nowadays.
So it seems like it's really meaningful to you then that you've had this lifelong experience with your dad and with this whole, you know, with all of the singing and dancing. What does your participation mean to you today?
Today, it's different today because I don't have a group I belong to anymore like with my dad. You know, I was part of his group, and now a lot of other people singing songs, and I go out and I dance for them. In fact, I try to dance for every group because I can't help myself. I can't help myself. I'll be tired and I'll try to sit myself down and can't do it. I'll do every single song. I like to show off a little bit, I guess, on the dance floor. It's my domain, but but it's changed a lot for me. I feel I don't want to say astray, but I'm out there kind of like alone. I don't have my group no more that I belong to. My Uncle John, my dad, and it's different belonging to a group my whole life, you know. And then now I'm there, you know, participating and supporting other groups. I have a lot of favorite groups, but it's not the same.
Kind of hard when you come from the top group and all of a sudden it's not there no more.
One time my dad told me, at one time I was on top, he said, and then all these other groups started coming up, and I wasn't so much on top anymore. He said, you put me back on top. Good, and I always stress on a good bird singer knows all bird songs, you know, not just their own, but are able to sing along with any group. You know, that's a bird singer devoted, not just somebody that shows up with their group and then leaves. That's my opinion, though. Well, I would like bird to go back to the way it was all night. you know? That's how I would like Bird to be. As long as there's dancers, there's singers, you know? That's the way I would like in a perfect world.
But now we have to adapt, huh?
Yeah, we have to adapt it, and we get rushed on and rushed off, I feel. It's not enough time. Even though when I get home, it feels like it was too much time, you know? I like playing the board. I'm good at it, and I miss that a lot. But I don't feel any girl should just pick up a gourd and be a bird singer. I feel I earned it. You know, I earned it. I worked hard to get that spot, and I don't feel any girl should just, because it is a man's position. I'm just special. My dad would say, it's not that women weren't allowed to sing or play a gourd, it's just that they never had interest in it before now. That's what he would say. I know a lot of times, everybody knows my dad was a drinker, you know. A lot of times I see him fight with a lot of the other people there at Fiesta, whatever, but it came down to it, bird singers were bird singers, you know. Whether they fought or not at one point or another, that right there in the Birdhouse, everybody was just there singing bird, and nobody was holding grudges. Nobody, there was no pointing who should sing and who shouldn't. Well, not so much these days. Do they have mostly every time we sing bird is at a casino. So the casino, the tribe there usually has people set up everything, you know, their workers, their employees, whatever. It's not like how it was before when I was young. We'd have powwow out there at my dad's or at Maki. There was guys there raking up, watering down, getting wood, bringing wood, fixing the romadas. There was lots to do to prepare before Fiesta. Now it's not so much. You know, we just about cater everything, you know. The money kind of, I feel, is taken away from the labor that brought everybody close and everybody to have a hand in putting on Fiesta and singing bird and participating.
So before, more people needed to actually do all of the work, and now you don't have that. So the singing and the dancing is the part that brings people together?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that's true, yeah.
So obviously it's important to preserve all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what are some of the challenges to try to preserve then?
Well, if you want your children to be involved in bird and you don't want them to quit, start them when they could start walking. When they when they can hold a gourd, put it in their hand and get them out there. Put a little skirt on them, get them out there. But the only way you can get them out there and stay out there is if you're out there too. And a lot of people have asked me to teach their kids, and it's like swimming. You just got to throw them in, you know.
There's a reason why you're out front. Could you explain that?
Because I'm good. No, well.
I'm gonna keep that with you.
Well, every group comes, brings their own girls to dance with them usually, or if the girls are familiar with them from the same area. Well, and then the girls are usually right out front for the group that they are familiar with or from their area. But because I know a lot of the groups, and I know a lot of the dancers, and they get me up there with them, you know, come up here with us, you know. I remember one time in Peach Springs, there was 4 groups singing against each wall. It was like in a gymnasium. And each group would sing 2 songs, and the girls would dance for the 2 songs, and as soon as the second song was done, all the girls would run to the next group and try to get in the front, you know. And then we would all try to be in the front, and they would sing their 2 songs, and then we'd all run to the next group. It was so fun. We did that all night. It was the best time, yeah.
That was something to film.
Yeah. I start going and I can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
I want to dance with the whole floor.
Now, you just mentioned that some of them have their routine. I've been noticing there are a lot of different styles of dance, and I don't really know very much personally about that. So I was wondering if you could tell me maybe more about that.
Well, it's just a region, I think, where they're from and the way they were raised. Dancing is all similar, but little different style, which is cool. I like different styles. I have my own style that anybody's welcome to mimic with me if they like, but nobody does. But I do my own thing. I'm trying to teach my granddaughter right now to dance like me.
But just such as this project here, why did you want to become involved with our project? I know it ain't because of me, but I want to know what it is.
Well, my dad wanted people to know what we were all about, you know. That's why he shared a lot, and he helped write a lot of books, and he never pushed away anybody that wanted to know whether you were tribal or non-tribal. So if you showed interest, then he wanted you to know too. He wanted you to learn, and we were like, I know he wanted people to know that we have our own way. You know, we always had our own way before they tried to change us and whatever. We already had a culture and a belief, and he wanted people to know what that was. He wanted to share it with everybody. So that's, I feel, is my duty to do now that he's not here. Share what little bit he's taught me.
Mm-hmm.
And he would tell me that too. My grandmother was only able to teach me this much of what she knows, and I'll only be able to teach you this much of what I know.
But to you, that much is...
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, because he knew a lot. For anybody gets together to sing or do anything, they should eat first together. And I know we don't do that. We're supposed to eat first. A lot of things. But I think because the men don't realize that they're supposed to do that because that's a woman's duty, and they don't confer with the women anymore of what they're going to be doing. So, just lack of communication, I guess. You gotta figure out what to do with your life. I'm gonna be a bird singer. That's all I wanted to do, was be a bird singer. I should be that doesn't pay the bills, Michelle. Everywhere we go, they feed us. They give us places to, you know, gas money to get home or whatever. You know. So, basically kind of does. But that's all I ever wanted, was to sing bird.